What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Crypto Secret X Place. We talk about crypto, and today we got a great show here today for you. We're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, XRP. We also get into some things talking about Cardano, where possibly could be heading, but also a wallet has just transferred a total undisclosed amount of XRP between another Coinbase wallet. But before we get started on that, you know what we got to do. Cue the intro. I want to welcome you to Crypto Secret X Place. We talk about crypto, and today we do have a great show for you. And I do want to start off by making sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That helps the channel, that helps the algorithm grow, that helps get the video out in front of you. But I want to open it up, and I want to preface it with a article that I came across on my phone. It was sent to me, and I want to read that to you today. It's actually on the U dot today, and what basically said was about 69 million XRP transfer stuns major U.S. exchange Coinbase on Christmas. Basically, what happened is, despite the Christmas Day and festive mood it brings, the cryptocurrency market is still active and has participants on their toes never before. This time around turned of XRP enthusiasts to pay attention to, as a whale alert reported a mysterious large amount transfer of tokens leading to U.S. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. Okay, according to the report, over 30.17 million XRP, equivalent to about $69.24 million, was transferred from an unknown wallet address. And here's the letters, and I'm going to try to see if I can find that and come back on later. But RBGESEX to Coinbase address RUJTJFTQ. Okay, and so the main concern of the market participants in such cases is that a large transfer to a major exchange from what appears to be an individual's wallet could sign of an imminent sell-off by a large unknown entity. What does that mean? Basically, if it's a possible sell-off, what you would see is just a price drop. XRP releases roughly close to billion. I think it's a billion tokens a month, but they do have an unlock period, which they will flow more XRP. But here's the thing: could XRP be releasing more tokens with an anticipation of a price, in other words, a buy alert. Now, there are a couple of things I did talk to you about in a video earlier that I said right before President Trump takes office. I said we're going to see probably a drop, a massive drop, and then as it gets closer, we're going to see people start buying. I think that buy come in is going to be more retail people. And the reason I say that is because I was thinking about a scenario this morning, and I think some of us may already know this, but we just don't do it. And I think you may need to, and I'm not your advisor, but I'm going to practice this because this is something I've done a little bit. And I was just talking to a friend of mine with the concept of profit taking, but I want to stay in the market, and I'm going to get back to that. But how do we take profit in this market? And some of us are in like a perpetual stuck stage of when to take profit and when not. And when you see that total amount come onto an exchange from any type of wallet, a move between wallets, it could be they have this amount here, they're moving 69 million here to sell that off to take profit and move in position, maybe to get something else, or maybe even to get more on the price drop. Who knows? But when people start moving, that's when you may sometimes incur those sell-offs. But it's possible. But that takes me into the question: do you know how to take profit? Are you ready to take profit? And when do you take profit? Okay, so you see some things on the bottom. We're going to definitely get into that and talk about that today. I see we got more money moving hard. What's going on? Okay, I'll take a look at that. Merry Christmas, bro. Great to see you. Bree, hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you too. But we do have some things we do have to think about as we get approach the second part of this, 2025 bull run, even though we have a crypto administration coming in. But there's going to be some imminent sell-off because those of us who have been in it for years, we have to understand how to take profit. And here's the thing: when it comes to the cryptocurrency, um, like me, some of my wallets, I'm dang near up almost roughly 10 to 20x in some of my main crypto wallets. And so until you actually move and take profit, you're really just looking at numbers. And that's one of the things I don't want us to get caught up with. We're just looking at numbers. We're getting the dopamine on the run-ups, and then we're getting the lows on the sell-offs, where the sell-offs would be beneficial to us if we understand how to take profit. So I wanted to actually list a scenario to you, and I want you to think about this. And here's the thing. Again, I'm not your financial advisor, but I want you to practice this because it will open up your eyes to see what I'm talking about. I want you to take $100, and this I did it yesterday, and this would really open my eyes to it. I want you to take $100, and I want you to preface that and buy a particular coin. Again, this I'm telling you what I'm doing, what I did, and what opened my eyes even more to this. And stop the fear of what if, because fear of missing out will cause you to lose your whole wallet. Fear of missing out. But the fact of FUD will also cause you to lose your whole wallet. I'll explain to you how I did it. I took $100 and I bought just a random coin that I knew had been around for a while. And I had been watching the price. And basically, I knew it was between 50 cent and 75 cent. I knew that. I mean, I've watched this coin so long that I just knew that's how it runs. So what I did, I actually bought it around 65 cent. Okay. I put $100 in. I watched it. Day or so, ran up to about like 79 cent. I pulled everything out. Okay. Then I waited for it to go right back down and put it all back in. I bought more than what I had. So I did that on a small scale. It was so easy to do on a small scale because I didn't look at it as, oh man, I'm losing a lot of money. I didn't even care. All right. But then you think about it when you have like, $15,000. Okay. And $15,000 on a slight move, you're going to feel it, like on a slight move. Now, people say, oh, wait a minute. What about capital gains and sales tax? Your various wallets give you the ability to be able to do this. Okay. OKX, Phantom, no KYC. They give you the ability to be able to do this and not get penalized. Now, when you're doing it on exchanges, that those sales, I know in the States, they mess with your taxes. But with Phantom wallets, with various wallets, with no KYC, you have that ability to be able to do that. And I actually took $100 and just doing that turned it into like 500, which gave me more like extra money to invest in another crypto, which I really wanted to invest in. And so I started saying, well, dang it, I've really been doing this for a while. And it's sort of like what it allows you to do is become a day trader. Like on the regular stock market, you can mess with 25,000, and that's the minimum you have to have. But with the cryptocurrency market, you have a lot less. Now, I also tried it with the meme coin sector. The only thing with the meme coin sector, the risk of losing is unbelievable. When I say unbelievable, I mean it is unbelievable. With some of the other cryptocurrencies that were, formulated and were around, I had a great opportunity to look at that. And so it gave, I kind of see that. And here's the thing, when I look at XRP, because there's no clarity, I'm looking at XRP go up. It went up to almost 298. Then it went down back to 220. And what people say is, well, if I was to pull out at this price, and then what if it goes up? What if it goes higher and never comes back down? FOMO, the fear of missing out. Even though you bought it at 50 cent and it ran up to 298, your gain was well over a 3x. Well, you're getting into 4x. Dang, they're almost a 5x. So if you had like, 8,000 and you get a 5x, you got $40,000 in there. And then it comes down, you're just watching it go up and go down. It's just numbers. But if you have, various wallets, you have the ability to really increase that. And, I want you to start thinking about it. And I'm not advising you just to say, oh God, I'm just going to try it, because you got to build a tolerance for that. And you got to be able to sit and watch, but you got to build a tolerance for that. Okay. Now you're getting into that, and that's getting into more day trading. But that's just another way that you can look at increasing your extra cash flow. Whereas some of us, we're waiting on, monies to come in. We're waiting on various run-ups, and where you have that opportunity. So I definitely want you to start thinking about that. And I'm going to give you, in my Patreon group, I'm going to list some of those coins that I've been using to kind of like go up and down with, and I'll give you a list of those. You can get those today. Of course, the link to my Patreon group is here. I also have some 10x wallets there that you can get, but you can find that information on the coins that I have been using if you want to use the same ones I'm using. I would encourage you to use small amounts, and then from there you can kind of go. All right, so let's get into the market, but that's one of the headliners I saw, and I had a couple of the headlines we want to talk about, but that's one of the headlines I saw. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, I started thinking more price manipulation, or I just started saying, hey, even though XRP has some great things coming, when they move that kind of amount, then you start seeing it, and the market kind of reflects that. What's going on, and we are seeing that a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into our the coin market cap here, and let's get that camera back on here. Let's see here. I tell you, these cameras. Hold on just one moment. Let me get it back in here. I'm going to check my camera. There we go. I hate that camera. Okay, well, anyway, I can go right here. It doesn't matter. Let me get my camera here because I want to get this screen up. Okay, now, so when we get to it here, here's what we're looking at. We see where the fear and greed that has really dropped back more into fear. You see, we're now sitting at about 54 neutral. That means we've had some people now, they're starting to get a little nervous. They're starting to see the pullbacks, 96. You're starting to hear people talk about what's going on with XRP, now down to $2.19. That's where the FOMO comes in. Okay. Then you see Bitcoin in 96. We had some sell-off, which is normal. You're going to have that sell-off. That's just part of it. Excuse me. That's just part of it that you're going to experience that sell-off. Let's see. I know my cameras here are really acting up on me, and I'm trying to. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that. All right, but you see where we at? Still Bitcoin dominance at 56. Ethereum has dropped. It's now like down to 12.8. Bitcoin now down 0.55, 96,211. Now for us, it's crazy that we're saying Bitcoin is down at $96,000 when just a few months ago I was looking at it at 15,000. But we have been programmed now to think of $100,000 Bitcoin or higher. So now 96 seems down to us, which, for some of us, that's still up because we were buying it at 35,000. We were buying it at 50,000. We were buying it at 15,000. I bought it at 15,000. So we're seeing that. Ethereum still has not reached its all-time high with an imminent. They're saying that there's some dead wallets have started opening up. And with those wallets opening up, I think some people are worried about a sell-off, but Ethereum is going to be there. But right now, it still has not reached its all-time high. And Ethereum all-time high was $4,891. We still haven't seen that. XRP on the 7 day still is up 2.95%, but down $2.19. So for people who have bought it at that price, at 220, 238, yeah, you're down. But those of us who bought it at like 50 cents and $1, we're still up. Even though it's down, we're still up. We're still up. Okay. All right. Now, BNB, wow. It says 0.36, but BNB is up. Like for me, it's up. That's $703. I remember seeing Solana at $189. Now that's up for some. If you were buying it around that $72 and $50, but I still think that's a great price at $189. Let's see here. Dogecoin could make that run, but this is the one I think people are sleeping on, Cardano. And I know Cardano has had its problems. I know a lot of people don't. They like Charles, but they just think Charles is not aggressive enough. But I still think Cardano is one of those tokens that will get back to us all, even if it gets back to its all-time high. If you've been buying it at 89 cents, if you're buying it at 80 cents, and it goes back to $3.09, you still may pass at least a 3x. You still made a 3x. Now, the more money you have and you're playing with that, like I say, if you got like $2,000 or $3,000 at 89, and it goes up to like, $2 or whatever, you're gonna feel that jump now. The more of it you have, you're gonna feel that jump from 89 to like $1. You're gonna see roughly about $1,000, maybe even $1,500 jump. And so that's just a nugget there. AVAX is down $38.06 on the 7-day. We have seen AVAX go down, but it was at 54. Now, Chainlink is up $1 from 22 to 23.17. SHIB. Now, here's the thing what they've been talking about with SHIB, and I'm not spreading FUD, but SHIB bottomed out, 50% reversal on the flashes on the horizon. And so here's the thing what I saw with SHIB, and a developing double bottom formation. You can see that on the chart. So let's go ahead and take the charts here. I'm not big on charts because I know charts are people. That's all it is people. And whoever, and let me show you something here. This is what I want you to see. Let's go ahead and get to, let's see, SHIB. I need to get to the Explorer contract. All right, let's see if we can get to the Explorer. ETH base. Let's go to ETH scan. And I want to show you something here. And this is what I want you to see. All right, let's get to Ethos scan. And no matter how you look at it, this is in everything. Okay. I don't care what they say. Let's see here. Why is my whole computer here? Let's go Dex. I need to see this. I'm trying to get to a you know how you get that spinning button, but I'll come back to it. But anyway, let me explain something to you. When you look at these charts and you see the movement and various things like that, and let's go back up. Let's just go to the chart. You see the chart here. That's the 1-day chart. This is the all-time chart. You see the high. You see the lows here. You see the high. That is people moving the currency. The top whales, the people at the top control those prices. They just do. They control the prices, whether they're moving it, whether they're selling it. But the thing about it is with retail, I think what we're getting ready to see and why people keep talking about crashes and things like that is because, number one, what you're getting ready to see is because President Trump has made so much information about coming into cryptocurrency and what we're getting, we're getting ready to see a big influx of support from people in governmental administration with cryptocurrency. I think we're going to get a lot of retail people coming in. And because we're going to get a lot of retail people coming in, retail people don't care anything about what the coin is. They know Bitcoin, they know Ethereum, they know Solana, they know the main names. But I continuously say this: they're going to look for the cheapest coin. And if you are a major player in any of these coins, you're going to have to bust the bubble a little bit. Because when they come in, especially these ones on Robinhood, Coinbase, exchanges that they can easily get to, easily buy, you're gonna have to bust the bubble. And when I say bust the bubble, you're gonna have to get some of these prices down, because retail people look at price. They don't care anything about the tokenomics. They just don't care. Retail people look at price. Some people will look at past prices. They'll say, well, this one ran up, and they'll just buy it. Have no idea. Then some of them will buy based upon what we who have been in crypto for a while tell them. So we're starting to see this because we're getting closer and closer to the inauguration. And when we see the inauguration, when we get the clarity, I think we're going to see what you call price discovery with a lot of tokens. And once you start seeing new price discoveries with a lot of tokens, then it's going to be the new price. It's going to be the new level. Bitcoin right now, we have all been programmed to understand that $90,000 is low for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was to hit $89,000, everybody would say Bitcoin is crashing. And that is crazy. When those of us who've been in for 4 years have seen Bitcoin at $15,000. Now that's crashing. That's crashing. Will we ever see those prices again? I have no idea. But I do know we are programmed to think now that the other cryptocurrencies, those right there, are low. So let's see let's get this camera here going. Hold on. Let's see here. I was trying to flip in between the cameras. Let's see if I can get this camera. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I know y'all can hear me. I'm trying to get that camera back open. But anyway, we're seeing these different prices with the crypto. This is really bugging me. The camera definition thing, it is really, really, really bugging me. So let me see if I can get this back on. It's taking a little time here. But anyway, let's keep on going so we can get through. But we're seeing those prices here. Now, we do have a story here. And as we look at the story, let me see if I can. Well, I do not know why this. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to unplug this and plug it back up real fast and see what's going on. And see if we can get this. Okay. Well, anyway, we're here. We see those prices here with SHIB, and I think one of the things like they're talking about with SHIB, and I see somebody just said SHIB's the metaverse had an update on their project. Looks like it could be the best looking metaverse once it's finished. I'm going to look into that. I haven't seen some things, but I do know this with SHIB is one of the things is after a protracted decline, SHIB is currently trading at about that 0000. It was trading at the 2177. It indicated it did have some stabilization at 2105. But if SHIB breaks an important resistance level at that, when it had that double bottom in the pattern, then we'll be able to see a reverse in its negative momentum. And the 50 EMA or the 0.00002350, it would be just the first obstacle, but for more important resistance level, it could locate and get a 50% upward move. That's one of the things we could experience with SHIB. And so I think like SHIB's going to be there. SHIB's one of those coins that's on the that's actually on Robinhood. And with it being on Robinhood, that's one of the things I think you're definitely going to see here. Let's see, people. Hold on. I am trying to get this camera going and it will not come on. I don't know. That is really, I gotta get my camera on, people. But anyway, let's go ahead and I do want to play this one excerpt. I played this before. Some of you may have heard it, some of you may have not, but I do want to play this one excerpt that when President Trump, and this is the biggest thing why I say we're getting ready to still head for the biggest bull run, even though we're not in it. But I want us to pay attention to what he's saying. Now, this was said, and many of you have already heard it. He said this before he was elected. So now we're listening to it when he has been elected. All right, here we go.
I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll be done. It'll be done. The moment I'm sworn in, the persecution stops and the weaponization ends against your industry. And as long as I'm in the Oval Office, on day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. And no longer will your government sit by and watch as Bitcoin jobs and businesses flee to other countries because America's laws are too unclear and too tough and too angry and too stiff. We will keep each and every Bitcoin job in the United States of America. That's what we're going to be doing. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Please raise your hand. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, people that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward and fair, people that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, I will immediately order the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to cease and desist all steps necessary because, you know, there's a thing going on in your industry. They want to move the creation of a central bank digital currency. It's over. Forget it. CBDC. There will never be a CBDC while I'm president of the United States. And I will always defend the right to self-custody. Self-custody. You're going to have a great industry. You're going to have a great industry, and we're going to be fuel for your industry, not demolish your industry. America will once again be a nation that protects property rights, privacy, freedom of transaction, freedom of association, and freedom of speech. We're going to go back to the old days when we were a nation that was building, not a nation that was eating itself alive from within. About today, and Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations, and you are the people that are doing it. As we stop the war on crypto, we will immediately, and we'll do this very quickly, begin to build our economy, because when America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring, and it'll go up with it. We had the greatest economy ever, and we will soon have it again. Under the Trump administration, the typical middle-class family income rose by $6,000 a year. People don't like mentioning that. America had more money to save than at any time in many decades. As a result, during my 4 years in office, now you have to listen to these numbers. These numbers are like beautiful. And I don't want to repeat myself. Listen to these numbers. As a result, during my 4 years in office, Bitcoin surged by 3,900% from $898 the day I took office to $35,900 the day I left. That was the biggest jump, I guess, in just about any industry. Think of that. Now compare that to just after 3.5 years of Biden and.
Okay, so you hear a lot of that, but basically, what we take from the bottom line is just that we got a United States administration is pro crypto, period. And so, with that being said, a lot of things that we are waiting on to take place, we're still waiting on. Now, there is also some uproar in the air when it comes to when they talk about Elon Musk and Elon Musk's content strategy on changing crypto community reacts. What does that mean? The social media platform considered a major square for crypto ecosystem. Elon Musk fuels surrounding meme coins and AI to extend a trend. Basically, let me show you what I'm reading here. And this was on Lightchain AI. But basically, what Elon Musk right here, let me see if I can pull that up for you. Elon Musk said the new updates means to maximize unregretted user second accounts. More blockage will have very limited reach, impacting influence overall. He took over the platform, has been a series of adjustments to improve, but what he wants to do is start implementing some of the meme coins. Now, which meme coin would that be? We all take in consideration that he's been a big Dogecoin person. Then you have the Department of Government Efficiencies. Would Dogecoin be implemented into the X ecosystem, or will it be XRP? Will it be Cardano? Will it be another meme coin? Will it be Squirrel? We don't know. But will it be SHIB? But the thing about it is there has been some talk with Elon Musk. There has been some rumors that Elon Musk wanted to purchase Ripple's lab. Is there truth behind that? I'm still digging, trying to find that. I haven't seen that. But there has been speculation that he wanted to purchase Ripple Labs. Not sure if that is true, but that rumor has bounced around a little bit. Now, the second thing we want to look at is with Bitcoin headed on shoulders pattern that could cause a drop below 80,000 possible scenarios. Now, let me go to this article. I want to show you this article right here. I think that may cause a little fear with 80,000. The fear of not that they won't buy, but the thing that people may wait for it to go 80. I'm not sure if it's going to drop to 80,000. But even 90 or 89,000 pullback could be somewhat possible. But I do think they're trying to get retail people in. But market analysis, and let me go ahead and take you here so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get it here. There we go. Okay, this article right here, market analysis, Askell Kyber has offered a perspective analysis of Bitcoin, possible course highlighting price targets around 80,000 in the event of a particular chart pattern materializes. His research is, predicated on crucial patterns of Bitcoin seems to be forming a head and shoulders top that may influence the asset future course. According to Kilmer, the decline might be retest and broaden patterns, accumulated breakout above $73,700 for Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to see $73,700 on Bitcoin. I just don't see that. Could you see a possible pullback to around 90? That's possible. That's not a huge drop. But will we see Bitcoin explode from there? I think we will see Bitcoin just basically just take off because we've heard the president say what he wants. There have been some, of course, we've seen the drop after Jerome Powell spoke at the FMOC meeting. When he spoke there, we did see a drop with the cryptocurrency because they asked him a question: will the Federal Reserve make Bitcoin a reserve, part of this reserve? And then basically he couldn't answer that. There's no regulatory clarity on that. So he's not at will to speak on that. So the media asked him a question that they know he couldn't answer, even though President Trump has stated that he would like to make a Bitcoin part of the Federal Reserve at 15, I think it was $15 trillion. If you make it at $15 trillion, we're going to see an explosion with Bitcoin. Those of us who have bought it, I mean, that's more than, even at 90 at a 10x, that's only like 900,000. Those X's are crazy. So I still think Bitcoin is a great price to buy at 90. I really do. DCA, and even though people may tell you, you may not get the serious X's, but there is a level of security that you have there versus more of the high risk DGen plays. So you do have that. I think that's something you just got to pay attention to and look at. But with Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think you're just going to see, you just have to be patient and wait for regulatory clarity. I think that's the biggest thing. XRP, will it drop lower than what we see the price at now? We can look at that, but it's possible. Let's go back to the charts again here now, and let's see what we're talking about. We see XRP currently sitting at number 4 at $2.19. Could we see a possible? Well, it just dropped another penny as I was speaking, but could we see a possible $2.10 or $1.98? If right now we have 57 billion in circulation, let's look at XRP and let me show you what I'm talking about. The tokenomics is the only thing why I say XRP probably won't get. I'm thinking in this bull run, I'm not saying, but I think the highest we could see in this bull run roughly in the beginning is about maybe a $7 to $8 XRP, possibly 10. But there are 100 billion XRP. All right. XRP releases tokens every month. They have an unlock period. Okay. Now, at the time when I was buying, there were only 50 billion XRP in circulation. Right now, they're 57.41 billion XRP in circulation. The total supply right now is 99.98. So we do have an influx of XRP still to be released. We can go to the Explorer and we can look at the Explorer on a live event, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about when you come here. So when you get to the Explorer live event, you can see just the exchanges and things that are going on here. So when we look at the Explorer, this right here, it shows you transactions that are taking place live on XRP. On average, let's see, the ledger, which is 3.95, average 72.8. The taxing is 19.25. You can get the G Hub. You can look at the network, but everything is here on the ledger and the main net that you can see things transpire and take place. But I just think once we get the regulatory clarity, we'll be able to see that price. What roughly, I do expect it to get past the $3.84. But I don't think we're going to see that until after January 26th. I just don't think we're going to see go past. Now, we possibly could see the $3 because it did get the $2.98. But we are seeing that pullback, and what we have to realize is each month they have an unlock period. When they unlock, it's inflation. Inflation causes more coins in circulation, which in return drops the price. And so that's why we are seeing it, because there were another, I think it's, let me see how many, I can tell you right now, the number of coins XRP releases every month. Let's see here. I'm going to pull that up for you right now. All right. So let's go ahead and get in. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. And here it is right here. This is what I'm saying. According to current information, Ripple releases 1 billion XRP coins every month. Okay. So this is done through an escrow system where it sets this amount, automatically unlocks the first of each month. Okay. So now when we go back and we look at XRP, we can even see more. The amount 1 billion XRP per month. Reason for control to manage the market liquidity and fund Ripple's operations. So when they release that, they get money. They release the tokens, 1 billion each month. So now let's calculate. If you got a $2 XRP and you release 1 billion each month, you're pulling in $2 billion a month. You see, are y'all following me on this? If you have a $2 XRP and you release a total of 1 billion, you're taking in $2 billion a month. All right. That's a lot of money. I don't know if many people understand that, but as you release that, the price goes down. Okay. So you do experience a price. So now, how many tokens will we have in release of XRP? Right now, we have a total in circulation of, let's see here, 57.4. Let's say 57 billion. Okay. In next January, we're going to have 58 billion tokens. Okay. So 58 billion tokens at $2. Let's see, what is the current market cap on XRP? The current market cap on XRP is 125.336 billion dollars. All right. That, and how do you get that? You look at the circulating supply and multiply that times the number you have here. Okay. So you just multiply that. 2 times that 14, 2 times 10. Then you carry your 1, blah, 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 and that's how they figure it. 218 times 57. Now, when they release 1 billion, would the price drop a little bit more? It possibly. But then if the supply and demand goes up, that means people are buying. That means banks are buying because they need the XRP to use. Countries are buying XRP. Then the scarcity becomes a lot less, but you're looking at a total of about 58. So in January, we're going to have about 58.41 billion tokens in the market. Okay. If we have a higher demand on this, if we have a higher demand on XRP, then we're looking at a significant price increase. Okay. If we don't have a significant and we release more tokens, all we're going to see is a price drop. But they're telling you we are releasing 1 billion tokens. Right now, if they release 1 billion tokens, Ripple Labs will take in 2 point something billion dollars this month. Did you know that? So the $2 billion also allows you to do a lot. $2 billion a month. And even if the price drops the next month, if it goes to $1, that's still 1 billion. And so in the next month, I could take in $3 billion. $3 billion. Okay. So we're starting to see what we're talking about, but that's just part of it. But that's a part to keep Ripple Labs afloat. And so will we buy more if it drops when we see it run up? Because we did see it run up. And when did we see that run up? We saw that run up around December the 27th. We saw 230. Let's look at the 7 day. That's the 1 day. Let's look at the 1 month. Okay. All right. So now at the height, we saw it go back up to $2.71, right? That was when we started hearing about the presidential election and stuff like that, around $2.71. So now we get let's see. Now we're getting close to the end of the month. We're about to release another 1 billion tokens. We're starting to see some dip off here. Okay. And well, that now when we release a billion and then we get more people buying, possibly we're going to see a bigger price surge there. So just take that in consideration. Now let's jump over. We talked about XRP. Let's see. We've also got into Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on with Ethereum. Excuse me, Solana. Now, what's the deal? What's going on with Solana, and why is Solana sitting at $1.90? Let's jump over to Solana. Now it's $1.89. See how these prices kind of fluctuate here. We could jump over to the news. We haven't heard any big things lately coming out from Solana, but in the last 7 days, we look at Solana partner with Injective to launch the world's first tokenized GPU marketplace. That's the same thing Render's doing. Stake and Win Jupiter announces 580. I just basically think with Solana, because people are migrating over into other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and that, and they're not buying the meme coins. They're still buying meme coins. Don't get me wrong now, but the meme coin sector right now is kind of taking a back seat to some of the other AI tokens that people are trying to get in now, preparing themselves for the bull run. I think that's why you see a little bit a brief hit with Solana. The second part of Solana is that Sui has had an incredible run up. And with Sui, which kind of poses, the only token I've seen that actually really does pose some type of threat towards Solana, that's why you've seen the price kind of come from 262 to 189. Now, will we see Solana come up? It just depends on what their rollouts are. What are their new projects? What are they coming out with? We know they got the phones. 1 hour ago, they partnered with Injective. Let's look at that and let's see what they're talking about with Injective in the GPU marketplace. This is the same thing what Render is getting into. So now we're looking at competition, but Injective. So what are they basically talking about? What is the tokenized GPU? GPUs have become an integral part of the AI development due to their ability to perform massive parallel calculations, lightning speed. We know that, which is crucial for training the machines, learning modules, etc. Today, the GPU unit market is dominating companies like NVIDIA, whose products are high in demand due to the surge of AI research. However, acquiring GPUs can be a costly and opaque process. We understand restricting access for many who wish to engage in AI projects. The partner between a fear and Injective aims to solve the issues by introducing a system where GPU resources can be tokenized, making them accessible to a wider audience. So the advantage of tokenized GPU is fractional ownership. Users can purchase only the compute power they need, which again, that's what Render is doing. Instant utility. The tokenized GPU can be easily integrated into various use cases such as decentralized finance, DeFi applications like on-chain lending, perpetual markets, real-time resource trading, smart contracts, global accessibility. Tokenized GPU can break down geographical barriers, providing high-performance computing resources uses around the world. But even though we're doing that, we still have NVIDIA. We still have Google that's coming out with their own chip. We still have Render that's doing that. And so I think Injective and Solana, we have to see how that partnership works. I think Injective needs some help in what they're doing. They just need a little extra help. They've been around, but they gonna need some help. And maybe this is the thing that can help push Solana over a higher demand. But I just think when Solana cut his teeth into that meme market, which was good, and it survived heavily. It was like what revived it. But also we understand people now looking at Solana as the token you buy to buy the memes. If you follow me, we need Solana to buy the memes. The memes are what gives us the high run-ups. And so people actually, if they look at it, have probably bought roughly close to 15. The average person probably has bought close to about maybe $3,000-4,000 in Solana. And they converted that over into meme coins. And then some of them converted back, some of them still hold the memes. I think it's going to be a struggle with XRP in their meme, because I just don't see I see people having more value with XRP than the memes. And so you would have to transfer your XRP into a meme coin, which, because XRP has so much, it has been pushed as the banker's coin. I just think people are going to really struggle with doing that. With Solana Injective, it may be an extra boost it needs, but I just think they cut their teeth into a niche, which people have now just automatically Solana. When you say Solana, you say phones and memes. And you may not agree with that, but Solana, you got Solana? Yeah. What do you do? Yeah, you get memes on there. You can build your memes on Solana. And I think a lot of people just have they just cut the niche into something that it's like if they want to rewrite that, they're gonna have to rewrite that. A lot of people are trying to follow it. And I think Sui, again, which that's what I'm trying to tell you, Sui has been the main threat to Solana, because they have now also started cutting their teeth in the memes, but they're adding the staking part of that on their Blue Move site, along with 4 other major finances such as Turbo, Cetus, and let's see, they have one more, and I can find that. But they just, and that's one of the things Sui has kind of had that run up. Now, some people think Sui has reached its height at $12.6 billion. I really disagree. But the $4.32 is crazy, because if you look at the overall run up of Sui, and we can pull that chart up, you can see what I'm talking about right here. All right, let's look at that chart. We get to this chart right here with Sui, the all-time chart. You see what I'm talking about. This is Sui. When Sui started cutting their teeth into the memes and the gaming, we see just the immediate surge here. And so now Sui's all-time high was at $4.93. It has been sitting constantly between the $4.20 and $4.70. It's been sitting there. And so people are looking at Sui the same way they look at Solana. The price is low to work on it. You can build your meme coin there. Now you can stake your meme coin there. You can stake in the liquidity. They make it very easy. I know at Solana, you had to go to Radium, and it was kind of like a tedious process. Blue Move, Move Pump, they have made that quite easy. And so they have a number of memes. I have Ted and Looney over there. And I just think that's just a whole nother market that when retail people come back in after they get past the major cryptocurrencies and they get back into the meme sector, we're going to see some different things start taking place. So Sui, what do I see Sui roughly? I still say around a $10 coin. That would put it roughly, if you see even if you were to get a 3x, even a 10x would put it at $120 billion. Say 12 point some billion, put it roughly 120 billion. So the 120 billion, $10, $40 coin, that's optimistic. That's very high. On an average, I can see roughly from here between a 2 to 3x, roughly a $8 to $12 token. So an $8 to $12 token at a 3x would put it roughly at about $34 billion, or 34 point some $6 billion. So, that's relatively low, a 2x. 2x would be $8, roughly $8.54. That's what we'll be looking at. SUI at a 2x. Okay, so that's just something to look at. People are still bullish on it right there. And so when we get back to the overall market, are these still good buys? I think they are. And there are some other ones. Pepe, we've seen Pepe overall down 0.82. We saw it was at the 0.0002. It has dropped back to the 1793. Is Pepe still a good buy? I think Pepe is still a good buy if you've already had a significant amount. But will we see Pepe run more when people start talking about the memes? Yep, because it's on Robinhood. Robinhood is the retailer, and people look at they look at it like SHIB. It's less than a penny. But the market cap, like, is sitting right now roughly at about $7.5 billion. Where is SHIB sitting? SHIB is sitting at roughly $12.9 billion. SUI is right up under it at 12.5 billion. SUI is up. SUI was out at one time the number 18 to 19 coin. It was hanging at. Now it's at 15. Can SUI jump chain, AVAX, and move into the top 10? It is very possible. It is very possible that SUI could. What would it take for SUI to jump there? To jump into the top 10, it would just take a 2x. Right now, a 2x will put SUI in the top 10 tokens at roughly about $25 billion. With Tron sitting at 22, but Tron is very limited. You can't buy Tron in the States here. Cardano at 31. Could it flip Cardano? Possibly. But I just think Cardano is going to definitely start running once we get into, once we change administrations and get the new SEC chair. I think we're going to see a big difference there. And so a buy, again, if you want to learn how to day trade with the cryptocurrencies, jump over on my Patreon group. I do have those wallets there. You can join it through membership. You can check out all the wallets I have and the process of day trading there and how I'm doing it, what I'm looking at, and some of the things I use in my matrix of doing that. But I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Again, it helps. We have increased in followers here, and we have increased with people just joining the channel. But like I always tell you, you'll never learn how to swim without jumping in, and you'll never climb a mountain without stumbling. I do want to thank y'all for joining me today. Those of you from the X and a couple of you who are on the YouTube page. But we do have a lot of you over here from X today. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. And like I always tell you, you never learn how to swim without jumping in, and you'll never in your life climb a mountain without stumbling. This is Chris Crypto Secret X. I'm out.